Imagine losing billions in Bitcoin overnight. Imagine trusting a project, an investment, a person, only to discover that it was all a scam. That's exactly what's happened in what's now being called the world's largest crypto seizure right here in the UK. And today I want to talk you through what happened, how it unfolded, and most importantly, how you can protect yourself from ever becoming a victim of scams exactly like this. Let's get into it. In London, Jim Kwan, also known as Yadi Zhang, has just pleaded guilty in court to laundering 61,000 Bitcoin. At today's prices, that stash is worth over £5 billion. It's connected to a fraudulent investment scheme in China that ran between 2014 and 2017, where more than 128,000 victims lost money. But what happened? Zhang promised investors huge returns from real estate and wealth management. But in reality, it was a giant Ponzi-style scam. Money was siphoned out and laundered through Bitcoin. By 2017, Chinese authorities were on her trail. She fled to London, but the blockchain trail followed her. UK police eventually seized her crypto. The case has been going through the courts for years, and this week she has finally pleaded guilty. This isn't some small-time scam. This is the largest seizure of Bitcoin in world's history. And the lesson from this is even the cleverest criminals get caught. But for everyday investors like you and me, the real danger is falling for scams before a law enforcement ever even gets involved. Crypto scams thrive for a few key reasons. The first one is hype and FOMO. New coins, new projects, promises of 100x. It's a breeding ground for bad actors. Anonymity is the other issue. It's easy to set up wallets and fake identities in 2025. A lack of education. Newcomers don't always know what the red flags look like. I spent hundreds of hours on TikTok trying to warn people about crypto scams by scammers that were using my face on TikTok, and it was clear to me that the scammers were successful because so many people didn't know what the red flags were. So I took it as my job to teach them. One of the biggest issues is something called centralized risks. If you're keeping funds on exchanges or in apps, you're trusting somebody else with your money. And scammers love it when people leave crypto in risky places. The number one rule in crypto is not your keys, not your crypto. If you leave your funds on any exchange, you don't actually control them. If the exchange collapses, gets hacked, or freezes withdrawals, your money is gone. We've seen it with GOX, we've seen it with FTX, and we've seen it with countless shady platforms promising huge returns. The only way you truly protect yourself in the crypto space is self-custody with a cold store wallet. I personally recommend the Tangent cold store wallet. I always have. It's the one that I use. Tangent is different from the old clunky hardware wallets. It's simple, it's sleek, and it's safe. You can either get it as a 2-card set or a 3-card set, or even the 2-card set with a ring, which I'm wearing right now. You literally just tap it on the back of your phone and boom, you're protected. And then your crypto is now secured offline, so the scammers and the hackers can't get a hold of it. Tangent has never been hacked, not once. Other big wallets like Ledger, Trezor, they can't claim that. Tangent's tech is military grade, but it's also really easy for anybody to learn how to use it, like me or like you. And the best part is with my link down below in the comments, you get a 10% off your Tangent wallet today. That's your first step to making sure a scam like this one we're talking about can never touch your crypto. Let's circle back all the way back to Zhang and the 61,000 Bitcoin. The victims in this fraud lost their money because they trusted the wrong person. They believed promises of guaranteed returns. They had no control over where their money was stored. Does this sound familiar? It's the same pattern we see time and time again in crypto. The names change, the platforms change, but the story is always the same. Trust the wrong project and your money is gone. One other interesting point about this case, it just shows how far law enforcement has come tracking crypto. 10 years ago, criminals thought Bitcoin was untouchable. Today, the blockchain analysts means the police can trace, freeze, and seize funds like never before. So the old myth that crypto is for criminals, in my opinion, that now is dead. The real risk isn't the police. The real risk is scammers tracking regular investors. Before we wrap this up, I want to give you a quick update for all of you who've been following along with the Wolfpack. Last night, we went live inside the community and it honestly blew me away. We had members opening up about their future aspirations and financial goals. And this is what I love about the Wolfpack. It's not just charts and trades, it's real people building real futures. We had one member saying that their dream was to take their kids abroad for the very first time. Another said their goal was to pay off their mortgage early and be completely debt free. And then we had somebody else that was aiming for a luxury ultimate yacht. Different goals, different lifestyles, but one common thread. We're all using crypto as a tool to build the lives we want. That's what the Wolfpack is really about. Now, let me share something really exciting. Wolfbot 2.0 is officially in live test mode. No backtesting, no paper trading. I put my own cash into this strategy so we can see how it performs in the real world. I've done it so other people don't have to, because then when it works, then we can talk. The backtesting has been solid, but as everybody knows, real cash live testing is where you find out what a system is truly made of. Once Wolfbot 2.0 has been fully proven in live conditions, we'll be rolling it out. But here's the key. It will be exclusively to Wolfpack members only. If you're not inside the Wolfpack, you won't even make it onto the waiting list. So if you want to access this, when it drops, make sure you get in now. The link to join the Wolfpack is below inside the description, or you can head over to milkshakematty.com and click on the Wolfpack link. This is just the beginning. The pack is growing, the tools are getting sharper, and the goals our members are chasing are inspiring. If you've been watching from the sidelines, now is the time for you to step in and be part of it. So that's it. That's the end of today's video. I appreciate every single one of you for getting this far. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And also drop me a comment. Let me know whereabout in the world or which part of the country you're from. And remember, I'll be seeing you on the next video. And the strength of the wolf is in the pack. I am not a financial advisor. This video is based solely on my opinion on what I am personally doing in this market. I also want to let you know that some of the links below and in the descriptions are affiliate links, meaning I may get a commission, but it will be at no extra cost to you. Please remember that under no circumstances will I ever contact you and ask you for investments. You can confirm all of my real social media handles in the description and also at milkshakematty.com. This content is for educational and entertainment only, and I am not a financial advisor.